Good morning, Maple Shade Elementary School, and happy Monday, Maple Shade. I am joined by my good friend Nora. Nora, how are you doing today?
Spectacular.
Spectacular. Oh, that makes me feel spectacular. All right. Nora, you are going to help me out with announcements today. You are going to help me with the Pledge of Allegiance because you have been shouted out for being kind, for demonstrating kindness, which is spectacular to me. And we need more of us to be able to do that. The more the more we demonstrate kindness, the more spectacular we are as a community, and I appreciate your contributions. So if you want to join me on morning announcements, then make sure you are getting shouted out for all of the right reasons. If you are caught embodying the trait of the month, then you get to stand right next to me and help me out. Okay, so the first thing, Nora, that you're going to do is you're going to help me with the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you think you can do that? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Spectacular. All right, so let's do this. You ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. All right, so 5th grade, here is what's happening this week. So if you are in rooms 19 and 17, you will have lunch first and recess second. If you are in rooms 20, 18, and 15, then you will have second lunch and first recess. So make sure that you are in the right places where you are supposed to be. Okay, so don't forget that tomorrow, oh my God! Nora, I'm so excited because tomorrow is 100 Day. I cannot wait to see what that looks like here. Do you know what 100 Day is? What is it?
The 100th day of school where we just have 100 years old.
That sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see what everyone comes to school dressed like. You can just dress like Mr. Martin because I feel like I'm 100 years old. So I will see all of you tomorrow dressed like you are 100 years old. So 100 Day is tomorrow. Speaking of 100, I am so excited to celebrate the 2 new members of the 100% Club for students that have hit their at least 100% completion of ST Math. So will the following 2 individuals please join me over here? Carson and Jack, come on over, guys. Carson, congratulations. Jack, congratulations. All right, hold them up. Hold them up. This is a huge moment for you. All right, I feel the pride that is coursing through your veins right now. It's the same pride that I feel, all right? So keep up the hard work, guys. You might, too, join these 2 stellar stalwarts of ST Math and joining them with the 100% Club. Congratulations, both of you. I am so proud of your achievements. Keep up the good work. Keep pushing yourselves and leading this school in ST Math. All right, you can go that way. I'll see you tomorrow. Speaking of 100 for 100 Day. All right, Academic Adventurer Poster Challenge. Don't forget, we've extended it through February break. And when we come back from February break, make sure that if you have not submitted it, submit it when we come back, and you might win an Amazon gift card. And don't forget that this morning we will have our Look for the Good Assembly. We are so excited about that. And our Look for the Good Assembly, I don't know if you knew this, Nora, is being put on by Mrs. McBride and other members of our student support staff, all right? And I think that's very, very important to note because we are very, very lucky at this school to have the following individuals: Mrs. McBride, Mr. Carey, and Mrs. Gumlaw, all right? These are 3 awesome human beings, and we are very, very lucky to have them. And the reason why I say that is because this week is National Guidance Counselor Week. So please, a big shout out to those 3 who do everything they possibly can day in and day out to make sure that all of you students are grounded and feel safe and feel healthy, and if there's ever anything going on, that either they give you the tools that you need to be successful or they are a shoulder for you to cry on. So we cannot do our jobs, which is teach you to the best of your ability. If it weren't for those 3, thank you so much, Mr. Carey, Mrs. Gumlaw, and Mrs. McBride, for all of the hard work you do. Students, make sure that this week you are extra respectful and extra good to them because this is their week. That's right, it is their week. And speaking of celebrating, I remember that this month is Black History Month, and we are going to celebrate notable figures from Black history. Okay, so today, Nora, I am going to talk a little bit about someone who you might never have heard of. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Dwayne McDuffie?
No.
Most people have not, so that's why I wanted to take this opportunity to share about Dwayne McDuffie, because I think that he's a very notable figure that more people should know about. So today we're going to talk about Dwayne McDuffie, a man, like we said, you probably haven't heard of, but who has made a lasting impact on modern mythology, okay? Comic books and superheroes. Now, you know that I love comic books and superheroes, and I want to spread the wealth to all of you. So Dwayne McDuffie was many things, including a writer and producer of such cartoons as Justice League Unlimited, Teen Titans, Ben 10, and What's New Scooby-Doo. Have you ever heard of any of those?
No.
Have you heard of Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Ben 10?
No.
Teen Titans?
I think so.
Okay, so he worked on a lot of those things. Scooby-Doo is great, and his comic works include the Justice League, Firestorm, Fantastic Four, and others. But his lasting contribution will always be his dedication towards diversifying the pantheon of superheroes, which led to the creation of Milestone Media, the industry's most successfully minority-owned and operated comic book company. It was created in the early 90s by a coalition of African-American artists and writers who had found that minorities were severely underrepresented in American comics and wished to address it. In one interview, McDuffie explained, if you do a black character or a female character or an Asian character, then they aren't just that character. They represent that race, and they can't be interesting because of everything they do has to represent an entire block of people. You know, Superman isn't all white people, and neither is Lex Luthor. We had to present a range of characters within each ethnic group, which means that we couldn't do just one book. We had to do a series of books, and we had to present a view of the world that's wider than we have seen before. That's why representation matters, so that all slice of lives get to exist in our fiction, and we can look at ourselves within that fiction. Among its major characters, all of whom McDuffie helped create, are Static, Icon, and Hardware, all of whom are African American, Zombie, who is Asian American, and the Blood Syndicate, a crime-fighting group of men and women that include blacks, Asians, and Latinos. But the most influential and impactful of his creations is the character known as Static, who went on to receive his own animated series for 4 seasons in the early 2000s. He's a kid who receives electromagnetic powers after exposure to a mutagen gas, and this show was the first time an African-American superhero was the title character of the own show. I would love to have electromagnetic powers and just fire them away. Additionally, throughout its run, the show was nominated for numerous awards. All right, Static is the alter ego of a mild-mannered teenager who uses his secret electromagnetic powers to do valiant things. And he named Static's alter ego Virgil Hawkins after the black man who waged a mid-century fight to be admitted to law school at the University of Florida, a process that eventually led to the desegregation of Florida's public university system. So even when he was creating fiction, Mr. McDuffie was making sure that he was giving back to history and the notable figures that existed in history. So this character of Static has gone on to be a part of the larger DC Comics universe, which includes the characters of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and has been a member of the Teen Titans and the Justice League. And currently in development is a live action feature film about Static. Though Dwayne McDuffie is no longer with us, his greatest creation continues to endure and grow in new and exciting ways, which is the greatest tribute that a creator can have. Because after his passing in 2011, a committee of comics and animation professionals oversaw the selection of winners for the Dwayne McDuffie Award for Diversity in Comics. To those who thought that comic books are unlikely vehicles for advancing social justice, Mr. McDuffie's reply was simple. You don't feel as real if you don't see yourself reflected in the media, he told the Chicago Sun-Times in 1993. There's something very powerful about seeing yourself represented. So, Mr. McDuffie, today we are recognizing you, sir, and all of your contributions for Black History Month. Okay. So, don't forget that this is National Guidance Counselor Week. We are so excited. And now, you know what? Nora, my God, I've been talking for so long. You've been super patient. I think that I need a coffee. And then along with me, I am going to buy coffees for 2 of the following individuals whose names you will pull out from Batman's hollowed out skull. So, up first we have who? Mrs. Cradle. Congratulations, Mrs. Cradle, and
Mr. Goldman.
Mr. Goldman! Mr. Goldman and Mrs. Cradle. Okay, so happy for you. Coffee is on me this week. Okay, so we have, let's see, and now it is time for birthdays. I like a good birthday, Nora. Do you like a good birthday? When is your birthday?
August 29th.
Oh my God, you have like a summer birthday. That's so nice. I have a winter birthday, so like you get to like have like pool parties, and you know, for me, I get to like be cold and huddle up and wish that my fingertips weren't freezing anymore. So I'm so jealous of you for having a birthday. And it's just like the entire summer is your birthday present. But enough of that. Okay, so I like a good birthday. You like a good birthday. And the following individuals, I hope you have the best birthday ever in February. Anthony Sowers, Adriana Emerito, William Mobby, and Naomi Thomas. Happy birthday, everyone. You deserve it. Have the best birthday ever. Okay, we talked about 5th grade. We talked about Black History Month. We talked about the 100 Club. We talked about 100 Day tomorrow. We talked about National Guidance Counselor Week. We talked about Look for the Good Assembly. We talked about birthdays and coffees, and that is it, right, Nora?
No.
What do you mean, no?
The joke of
Oh my God, the joke of the day. I always forget about the joke of the day. Guys, seriously, I had to get this checked out. There is something wrong where I just have like selective amnesia about jokes. Oh my goodness. Okay, but I don't see a joke. That's the problem, Nora. I don't see a joke. Is there a joke anywhere? You have a joke. Look at this. You came prepared for a joke because she knew, guys. She knew that I wasn't going to have one. What do you got?
what do you call a boy with no body or no nose?
Huh, it's a great question. What do you call a boy with no body or no nose?
Nobody's nose.
Nobody's nose. That's great. Oh my God, Nora. Great job. Great job. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. When you get home, you and Claire can fight about who did a better job at announcements today. I have an opinion, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. That's going to be between the two of you to fight it out. Who did a better job at announcements? Let's find out, everyone. So, Nora, great job. Thank you so much. Everyone watching at home, thank you so much. All of you students, great job. I hope that you had a great weekend. And don't forget, this week, make sure you are working super hard. Be nice to your guidance counselors and have fun twice.